Okay, there we go. Our mic's not muted anymore.
Can you hear us now?
What's happening, everybody? We got a bunch of people in here. I see everybody's commenting first, second, third. Two of you are third. What's happening, guys?
We are back.
We are back. Thank you all for joining us on this lovely Tuesday. As always, actually, it's pretty shitty outside today, but we're just going to pretend that's a lovely Tuesday and that we are not tired, but we had a fantastic time, guys.
We had a fantastic time, guys. It was, that was a fantastic trip. We got all of our customer signatures done except for the 2 cancellations that we had to deal with. 3 cancellations, sorry. No, it was great. It was our most submissions we've ever had for MegaCon.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there was a ton, guys. It was awesome. I got to meet so many cool people.
I've never worked that hard at a con. We were like busting. Like, it was crazy. We got to meet a lot of cool creators.
Todd McFarlane again.
Yes.
Gave him my card again. Todd, if you're watching, every single time I meet you, you're getting a card.
Yes.
Until you give me a call back or I get your number.
I was late. I was waiting Donnie Cates' line after Brad left. I'm like, oh, that guy's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, he gave Todd McFarlane his business card twice. They're all like, oh.
That Donnie Cates line was something else.
That was something else. Okay, that actually
I had a lot of talks to people on that line.
The most unhinged area was the Donnie Cates corner, which we will circle back to on that. But with Todd McFarlane, actually, when we got to meet him, we told him who we were, shook his hand, and introduced ourselves. And we started talking about, I told him, thanked him for all the assistance Image was doing for our comic shop. I said it's really hard for retailers right now, and Image seems so invested in making sure we were getting access to things that we need. And he actually gave this real quick impromptu speech about how the distributors, the publishers, the comic media,
he broke it down,
and the comic shops, how we all need each other, how, it's easy to panic right now. We have to stay the course, keep going. Easily a conversation's probably been told to some shareholders recently.
Oh, sure.
But it was so cool to hear a speech like that from a man who has, because when he says stuff, he's thinking about, hey, how can I change the industry again? This guy changed the comic book industry back in the day. So it was really cool getting to hear a speech like that from Todd McFarlane and getting to meet him just because I don't get like super starstruck with some creators.
I don't either.
But with Todd McFarlane, it's Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
And
you smile from ear to ear.
You got to see him later. Actually. Tell me about that. Yeah.
So we went to the Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller panel, and at some point, we were all just standing there, just waiting to get in. They were taking in like, oh, the VIP gets to go first, and then people that bought the tickets get to go, and then there's everybody else that just showed up early. And Todd McFarlane rounds the corner at like 5 minutes before it's supposed to start. And he's just like, what is going on, guys? Everybody get in here. So he opened up the door for us and just like, guys, let's fucking go. So we all got to say thanks to him, shake his hand, give him a little pound. I wish I'd had a card on me. I would have gave him another one right then. I should have. Dude, I'm going to litter that guy full of cards. He's going to get it. He's going to remember my name.
Yeah, so it was really fun.
But he's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun getting to Todd McFarlane. We got to talk with some great creators that we are making plans to bring to the shop. This was a very productive trip for the shop and for bringing in creators. As you guys know, a big commitment of ours since last year is to bring creators to Knoxville. This is such a unique and wonderful comic book market, and it deserves to get to talk to awesome comic book creators. So we're going to continue doing that.
Absolutely.
For your submissions, if you're a customer, your submissions are ready. If you are getting them graded, it'll take a few months to come back. But yes, so we also brought some really cool stuff back. We'll give you a little preview later. We're going to be putting those on Whatnot tomorrow morning. We're doing our first ever Wednesday morning Whatnot show, and then the rest will be on the shelf throughout the day. I doubt they'll make it through Wednesday.
We'll see, guys.
But what's some announcements coming up? What do we got?
As usual, guys, MegaCon is coming up very, very soon.
Yes.
Do not forget about that. And then, actually, this month, right? This Todd
next
Nuck.
week.
Yep. God,
next
Todd
Friday,
Nuck,
guys,
geez.
in store. Next Friday is Todd Nuck, legendary creator. Worked on Young Justice, done every cover for every character you can think of. This guy's going to be here next week. He's flying out from LA. And then on Saturday, he'll be at the Snake Eyes MiniCon. We'll be there as well. He's going to be there. We had already planned to have Todd Nuck here that weekend, and when Jonathan announced, the MiniCon dates, I was like, hey, I can either move this guy or I can bring him. What do you want me to do? So it's fun to have friends.
Absolutely, it is.
It's always fun when shops work together. So, but yeah, what else we got coming up?
And then Shortly after that, guys,
Holy
we got
heck.
Humberto Ramos coming in here.
March 21st.
March 21st.
Guys, that's going to be huge. Want to keep that on
be
your
a big
calendar.
one, guys.
That's the time. Rain, sun, or shine, get here for that one. That's going to be the big one.
Mine's going to be wrapped around, hopefully.
Yes. Oh, easily.
It's up to you guys.
Easily.
And then that's all we got for right now. Do you have any other announcements?
In April, we have Volunteer Valley Comic Con. I'm sorry, not April. It's later than that. I'll get you the dates. But we have Volunteer Valley Comic Con coming up soon. We'll have a couple other shows we'll be adding to our announcements over the next couple of weeks, including Smoky Mountain Collector Showcase, Smoky Mountain Fan Fest, and more. But the weekends are going to be a little bit crazy for a bit here, which is awesome. Greg, who canceled Brian Brown and Blanco. Unfortunately, yes, that's one of your signatures, Greg. Blanco canceled, and Patrick Horvath. So we've got a lot coming up, and guys, this week for new releases though is huge. We have not gotten Diamond yet, but that's okay because we're only missing a couple books because we switched all our Oni Press and our Mad Cave and our IDW over. The biggest book we're missing is Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Bad Batch, which is a big book to me, but not to everybody. So whatever.
But we should hopefully be getting those in tomorrow.
And I'm really glad we went ahead and switched over our Oni Press, and because we got a huge book from Oni Press this week that is bonkers. So we'll come to that. But let's go ahead and just jump into the new releases, show you what we got coming out this week. This is a huge week to make up for the lackluster last month. So let's get after it.
Let's do it. And guys, don't forget, if you haven't yet, go ahead and give us a like down below.
And if you're watching on Facebook, please share the video.
Please,
that helps.
We would absolutely
please
greatly appreciate that. And don't forget, like what Grant said earlier, tomorrow we are going to start doing new Comic Book Day Whatnot shows. 9 o'clock is our scheduled time for tomorrow. So come check it out, guys. We're going to be doing older releases, slashing those prices, new releases, everything that we got, we're going to give to you on there. And if it doesn't sell there, it'll just go to the shelves. And we'll see.
Yep.
Here we go. So, guys, this week we are riddled with some reprints and second printing. So let's go ahead and blow through those real fast. This week we've got ASM 129. First appearance of Punisher.
Yep, this is a good facsimile to get if you're ever needing a book to get signed by John Berthal. This is awesome. It's a reprint of his original first appearance, of course. It's good quality, good cover, but you're not having to spend $1,000. So that's always good. If you ever want to get a book for a con, this is that book.
This is that book, baby. And we got that and FF number 2, which is your first appearance of the Scrolls. Both of those we've got in standard and foils. So
not very many of those, though.
We do not.
So if you want those, make sure you pull them or tell us in this video right now that you want them.
And then next up, we've got New Gods number 1, second printing. I love that cover.
We sold out this book very fast.
Very quick.
If you missed this one, this is a book you do not want to miss. Highly recommend giving it a read. It's a beautiful book.
And then this one I was asking about earlier. We've got Last Days of Lex Luthor number 1, second print.
This is a thing, actually. This is only the second time they've done a reprint of a Black Label book or a second print. And both of them have for similar reasons. This book actually came out a year or two ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I'm not sure. The reason is the artist basically said, I'm done with Marvel and DC. And I figured the book was canceled, but now they're bringing it back. And so they're doing a reprint number 1 to get everyone into it. And I'm really glad they are because this book is fucking awesome. It's written by Mark Waid, drawn by Brian Hill. This is featuring Lex Luthor. He's dying. You know, he tells Superman, hey, I'm dying. And Superman, of course, he's saying, I'm telling you because you'll save me. You always have to save somebody. So you're going to figure out how to save my life. And it's really, really diving into that super complicated history between Lex Luthor and Clark Kent. It's two different relationships. It's a relationship between Lex Luthor and Superman and Lex Luthor and Clark Kent. I can't go further into details without spoiling anything. So if you want a really, really interesting book to read, this is it. This is Black Label, so this is out of continuity. Anything can happen in Black Label. Heroes are villains. Heroes murder people. Heroes and villains save the world.
They curse.
So highly recommend
I'm a huge fan
read book. It's fantastic.
And then also, guys, this week for any Jeff fans out there, we got It's Jeff number 1, the 4th printing.
Yep.
coming back in, and then it's Jeff verse #1, the second printing. Obviously, with his popularity from Marvel Rivals, why not hit it back up? Those books are expensive.
They are expensive, and I love the fact that actually some people are able to find them in our sale over the weekend. So
really,
that means they got those for $2, and they're going for like $50-$60 a pop right now.
Some people found it's Jeff's in there.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, you guys. Good going. I love it when you guys get good deals.
Exactly. So, and yeah, of course, it's so cool that a video game now is the thing that's causing the interest. I love that.
I do too. Yeah. And then I didn't put it on here, but we've got Absolute Batman #1, 5th print.
5th print.
And then #2, 3rd print, right?
We have additional printings of most Absolute titles out, including Absolute Superman. If you've been missing issue 2, we finally got a 2nd print in. So that's here. Big deal if you have that. Yeah.
Good on you, Eric. I love to hear that. Hell yeah. And now let's get into some of the new releases.
Okay.
Mine is A Long Lonesome Grave.
This is the book I was saying. 1. I'm so glad we switched our Oni Press over to Lunar for, so we can make sure we actually get this book. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called Blue Ruin. It is a dark, like, country thriller about a homeless guy who then you slowly discover his whole story, that his family got mixed up with a local mob, like in a bumfuck nowhere town in the Midwest. This is kind of like that, except it involves warlocks.
Yeah.
This is a dark book involving witchcraft, family history. It's got that whole, old family stuff.
Absolutely.
It is brutal. It is good. It's from, what's the writer's name? Right there. Justin Jordan. And this guy, he does not hold back.
He really does.
When he's writing a horror book, it's dark. Yeah. It's good, but it's got that Green Room, Blue Ruin, Hacksaw Ridge vibe.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a horror book, reads like a thriller. So if you're just glad to go this, I highly recommend reading this book. It's great book.
It's definitely got a lot of layers that are only going to continue.
And that's you're just peeling them away. And that's the cool thing about Blue Ruin. You don't get any really backstory until about 45 minutes into the movie when he has a guy in his trunk and they start talking because they clearly know each other. The main character has said 2 words the entire time, and then you get all your story right then. This one's not like that. It's a good movie. Watch it.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's so good. The guy did Green Room and, actually Hacksaw Ridge. Fuck, he's made all those movies. So this is just like a Jeremy Saulnier film. And if you know who he is, you're cool and we can be friends. But it's a really fun book.
All right, Eric. Yes, we can get you that. I got you.
Blue Ruin is a great movie. Yes, Seiko, we know that's you and I get each other. It's great.
Get it. Yeah. All right. Next up is I didn't know that this was even a thing coming out. So tell me about Marvel Mutt.
Honestly, Marvel Mutt is just
like the DC Super Pets, right?
Kind of, except most of these are probably Infinity Comics originally. They are sparse dialogue, fun short comics, featuring the fact that there's a lot of Marvel pets. But yes, it is like the DC. What do they call that?
I think it was just DC Super Pets.
No, it was like a Bar Crisis or something. It was a clever title. It's hilarious. But either way, it's a fun Marvel little thing. Jeff will probably show up too. Usually
Pizza Dog. Is Pizza Dog in it?
Pizza Dog's in it. Yes.
Nice. Hell yeah.
This is featuring the canine friends of the Marvel universe.
Nice.
So, yes.
And then The Hive, which I did not get to read this. So this is one of the few I did not get to read.
Okay, guys, this book is weird. I just want to stress this book is so fucking weird.
Tell me about it.
It's about. I'm trying to think that's what it says. It's about cults. Like it's a cult running out of a storage unit. You would like this cult? No, I'm joking. But it's about the people who live their life as a worker bee, as they're just a drone, and then getting ensnared by some foreign hive. Basically, this guy is the main character. He is just a gopher. Tell me what to do, I'll do it. Very much malleable. One of those ones that's perfect for a cult to get their fangs in and mess around with. And then you also are featuring the person who's the queen of this hive, of this cult, and all the shenanigans that involve that. It's very expletive. It's violent. It's weird. I say all that. I'm not sure if it was like, a book I would read the second issue of. Minus Lonesome Grave, I'll read issue 2. I can't wait for that. This one, not my thing. It was cool, but it's just, I don't know. It wasn't for me, but it is cool, weird, and sexy. So if you like that, there you go.
Who doesn't like cool, weird, and sexy?
Honestly, it's like an American Horror
Maybe it's right up my alley.
It probably is, you know. Yeah, we'll see what he thinks if he reads it. Yeah.
And then next up is one that you were talking about earlier, Bad Batch.
Yes, this takes place before the series ends. Takes place during season 2 when they find a place to hang out for a bit. You know, I love me some Bad Batch, but it is a new story featuring them. Deck's still alive, you know.
So hopefully we'll get this in tomorrow.
Hopefully get it tomorrow. Yeah, probably. Diamond's been coming most Wednesdays, and again, less and less Proctor coming from them anyway, so it's okay.
And then we've got the first arc wrapped up for Absolute Batman this week in Absolute Batman number 5. Guys, I read this, and this one is, I guess maybe I was looking for maybe a little bit more of a wrap up, but we're going to keep going strong with these party animals. I think they are going to be around for a hot second, and guys, I'm fucking into it. It's I guess where it left off last time, you know, he decided he was going to make the deal with the Black Mask.
Yep.
And man, some shit just goes crazy.
It just continues to be that subversive Batman book that you don't know what to expect.
Yes, exactly. He is getting down to the nitty gritty, and shit is moving. Highly recommend. Great first arc, and I cannot wait to see what he is going to do next. He talked a little bit about this during the Capullo panel that we went to. Yes, I got to go see the Snyder and Capullo panel also. It was dope. But obviously they stuck mostly to New 52 stuff. But guys, we are in for a wild ride for the rest of this. I also read Green Lantern Corps number 1.
Yes, talk to me about this, because this is our buddy Jeremy Adams writing this one too.
Yes. This has a lot more to do with John Stewart and just kind of what's happened after the whole thing got fractured. It does have a little bit to do with the Fractured Spectrum storyline. It talks a little bit about Haro, but it's just kind of getting the team.
That does track though, because you know, John Stewart, he's always been the Corps man.
Yeah.
You know, he was a Marine. He's like, I'm with the Corps. And they love him. They've put him in charge of shit, and they don't like Hal Jordan. You know, the Guardians don't. But so that makes sense that he would be like the backbone on that.
Yeah.
If you're missing last issue of Green Lantern, we did get some more copies in. We'll have those on the shelf as well, too.
Absolutely, guys. I really think you all should hit up this Fractured Spectrum and stuff and what they're doing with Green Lantern.
I've had to increase our orders for Green Lantern actually because of that. And the guy that's writing is cooler than shit.
I really like.
He walked up to me and fist bumping at the show, because we saw each other at New Orleans previously, got to hang out for a little bit. So that's kind of cool. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? You know. So
Steven says he hesitates to try Absolute Batman. It's awesome, Steven.
Yeah, I remember when he came back in, he's like, I'm going to try it. Yeah, it's
really
great.
You need to check out all the Absolute stuff.
They are good.
And no, Absolute Batman is not just 6 issues. It is ongoing.
Yeah, it is ongoing. And of course, Scott Snyder's actually planning on being on it for quite some time.
Yes, it's an ongoing series. They have
he's committed to quite a bit on it.
No plans of wrapping up anytime soon, from what I understand. They should not. Next up, Eddie Brock Carnage.
Okay, talk about a surprise.
This shit was.
When was the last time? It is darker than most Carnage books I've read, but when was the last time you enjoyed a Carnage book? Because it's never been for me.
The last one was the 2014 series that came out. It was a mini, and God, for the life of me, I cannot remember.
Carnage USA.
No, it wasn't Carnage USA. That was Zeb Wells,
which
I got to meet this week, and that dude was funny as a mother.
Okay, you may not like his current ASM stuff.
That dude is funny as shit.
Okay, so ask him. Let's put the Carnage down for a second. Okay. How did you you asked Zeb Wells?
I didn't ask him anything.
Someone asked Zeb Wells about Dark Web.
Dark Web.
You guys remember Dark Web? We were all excited for it, and we didn't really like it. All right, what did Zeb Wells say when someone asked him about what was wrong with Dark Web?
Well, essentially, he goes, "You remember, like, whenever you were little and reading crossover events and stuff like that?" He was like, "You know, you never really liked them, reading them or anything like that." And he goes, "Try writing them." He said, "Man, writing that shit sucks."
I love it.
I was just like started laughing. Just like, man,
right?
It sucks. You try your best, and you just hope that people like it. But you know, they're not going to like everything. But
I mean,
that was essentially it.
Hate his Spider-Man right now. It's fine, but funny dude. But anyway, back to Carnage.
Yes. Let's get back to
this Carnage book. Okay, for those of you that don't know, the last Venom, that last Venom miniseries wrapped up with Eddie Brock mortally wounded. He's gone off to die in a church, and the Carnage symbiote drips down. It's dying. It says, "You know what? I need you and you need me, so let's make a deal. So Eddie Brock is Carnage, which has never happened. Eddie Brock has occasionally had other symbiotes on him. He has never, ever had the Carnage symbiote. He's only ever been Anti-Venom. I think he used Toxin once or twice as well. But so this is a very different thing. You know, Eddie Brock has always been with the symbiote. He's working with it. Now he's having to fight against this symbiote that he has. Carnage wants him to kill people. Eddie's like, fine, but they're going to be guilty as shit. And it goes about as well as you can imagine because it's Eddie Brock. You know, Eddie Brock is the ultimate loser, basically. He's a loser.
He really is.
He is.
He
He's
just can't
always
get his
gonna be
shit
a loser.
together ever.
And so it is interesting to see him go from, you know, what we saw him as like godlike throughout the Al Ewing run. And of course, he kind of came back down. Now he's lower than he's ever been. He's disconnected from everybody, and
he's got nobody to turn to.
He's got nobody to turn to.
And Carnage is fully taking advantage of that.
And
it's like whatever you signed up for, that ain't it. Exactly. That's not what we're doing.
And you see them struggling with this. It is something. So this was a surprise Marvel book that I was not expecting to enjoy as much as it did. So.
Crank got bedhead.
What's that?
He hadn't been asleep. I promise you that much.
This is true. I've not been asleep. Yeah. I slept very little since we got back.
Same here.
Good Lord.
Dylan, I think you may be right. For some reason, I thought it was 5 issues, but you may be right on that. You may be. Then next up, let's get into Bug Wars.
Okay, so this is really cool. So I got the chance to talk to Jason Aaron about this book. He called our store and he wanted to talk to us about it.
He talks about it at the end.
Yes, he does. So the setting of this book is Jason Aaron's backyard when he was growing up. He designed the setting in his backyard. This is a very personal story to him, something that he really cares about. So if you're enjoying his Team of T run, definitely give this a read. Jason Aaron is one of my favorite writers. He's a super awesome guy. He roots for Bama, though. We root for Vols. He and I were joking about that. We're definitely going to do something with him about that. We have to have him here on the third Saturday so we can make it better or something. That's all I can think of. But anyway, you read this book. Tell us about it.
Did you not read this book?
No, I wasn't able to read it today.
So, I mean, it is essentially what it is, or what it sounds like. It opens up with this huge war of people riding ants and stuff like that. And so eventually the whole thing gets wiped out, like the big storm, as they call it, which is just somebody fucking mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
You know, it just blows everything away. So then you go into the perspective of, you know, us people.
Yeah, modern one, yeah.
Yes. And so it opens up with this family moving back into a home that they used to live into with their father. Their father passed away. It's 2 sons and a mother. And you know, they're all very reluctant about moving back in. Obviously, they're on hard times. Nobody really wants to be there.
Sure.
Because of what happened to the father. But he was big into bugs, studied them, and one son loves bugs, the other son doesn't. And one gets sucked into the world of being small and ant-sized.
It reminded me almost like a fantasy version of Micronauts.
Yes.
When I was looking through it. That was kind of cool.
Well, as he goes into it, he wanted it to be a mix between Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Game of Thrones. And that is almost exactly what it is. It's got a lot of humor, a lot of violence, but it's a fun ride.
Awesome.
Highly.
I'm really happy that we have so many new releases coming out this week right now, because it was kind of a dry January. Not that I had a dry January, I had a very wet January, because this job is slowly eating me alive. But no, I'm kidding. But no, seriously, the diamond thing, that was fun. It has been fun. It's fun. But
it is a modern tale of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Absolutely. Derek, I'll put a Bug Wars in there for you.
Yep.
And I do not have bedhead.
Does not say Brad is smart?
He said to wear a toboggan.
You know, I have a hat I'm going to wear tomorrow, Greg, because you said that. You know, you made me self-conscious. Plus, I bought a hat at the con and I like it.
Derek, Bug Wars.
All right, so before we go into the ratio variants that are out this week, we want to give you guys a quick preview of some of the stuff we brought back from the con that we're going to have on Whatnot tomorrow morning, that we're going to have on the shelf tomorrow. Like I said, the stuff we brought back from the con for you guys. I'm going to give you a little preview.
Greg also said Todd did a Carnage variant. Did we pick up any of those?
We did, and everyone has pulled it. So we have very little left. So if you're wanting one, let us know.
Should have pulled one, Greg.
We pulled, guys, I ordered a lot of these. No one had them pulled. Everyone's pulling out because of, we have Todd Nut coming.
Todd Nut's going to be here next week.
I had this FOC was back in December 1st. They have this book that long ago before we had Todd Nuck finalized. But I'll order some more Todd Nuck of Carnage coming in, and we'll make sure you guys can get some. There's also a Ramos cover coming out that most of y'all pulled as well. So if you're wanting that one, let us know if you're wanting the Todd Nuck or the Ramos covers, and I'll make sure you guys get those.
Nice. Good thinking, Grant. All right, I think we are completely, and yeah, it looks like Absolute Batman, the first arc is 6 issues. So I'm so sorry about that.
So this is setting up, this is the what's it called? It's like the one right before the end. Penultimate. What's it called? I can't remember the word. I'm not crazy. It's like he's having a stroke. Whatever.
Whenever you come back to us, man.
Yeah, that one. Pentultimate. Yeah, there we go. See, I'm not crazy. All right, it's a thing. Put that up there too. There we go. So people know I'm. See, everyone knows. Everyone knows what I was trying to say. Okay. There we go. People
bad, Grant.
God. Anyways, all right. So first up, we got this. This is going to be available again tomorrow morning on the shelf. Is a sketchbook by Stephen Platt.
Yes,
signed.
These are awesome.
These are awesome. We have very limited copies of these. Got this from his agent, who's become a good friend, Quan Chang. He's an awesome dude. He also reps Joe Quesada, Chris Botchlo, who's going to be featured at Say Guys MegaCon. Funny enough, he actually knows another local Knoxville. It's a mutual friend of ours too. It's funny enough, the guy he knows that got Chris to come here, Dr. Peter Kaw, actually works with my dad. Small world, right?
Very nice.
Yeah. So got these from him, and they will be available starting tomorrow. We did get a couple of additional printings of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 signed by Marcus Cheto, which that dude's
line was popping.
It was, and apparently it wasn't always thus. Apparently, C2E2, you just walk up to him. But no, this guy, I literally was in line for 45 minutes to get something signed for him. Since, it's what we do. But, it was, he had a huge line. His line was longer than Joe Quesada's. But we have a couple of signed copies of these. Sleep helps with words. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for, thanks, guys. But yeah, we have the Cheto signed copies available starting tomorrow.
That sounds like a Batman villain. I love that.
Oh my God.
No, Eric, you are 100% correct. I mean, I have definitely not been firing on all cylinders these past few days.
No,
it's a lot. And then we were down there. So in Central Florida, there was some kind of fog that had been testing positive for some kind of chemicals. It was fucked up, guys.
It was weird. And we're driving back through that fog, and it was full of pollen. I actually broke out all over my face yesterday. So it's been a whole thing.
So we got some fogginess going on here. So please, bear with us.
Exactly. For our store exclusive, we have a couple of copies signed by Charles Soule. Our goal when we did the store exclusive was to have the in-store signing, have the artist sign all of them, take them to MegaCon, get the writer and artist to sign them, have triple signs, store exclusives, everything. Snow, cancellations.
Didn't work out for us.
Didn't work out that way, but we do have a few copies signed by.
We got Charles Soule at least. He was a super nice guy. His handler was an awesome guy too.
Now, this is a big one, guys. We have a couple of Ultimate Wolverine #1 signed by Chris Condon. These will be a little more expensive than anything else I've shown you so far because the book sells for it by itself for quite a bit already. We also have some Ultimate Universe 1 year in signed by Chris Condon as well. That's the second print of the first appearance of Ultimate Wolverine. Chris Condon is a super awesome dude. We got to talk about his great book, That Texas Blood, which got him this gig. Great writer, good dude. Can't wait to have him here at the shop.
And also, guys, if you ever get the chance to meet Jorge Jimenez,
oh my God,
highly recommended. Honestly, the nicest guy we met.
He was the nicest guy there, easily. Yeah, he was super awesome.
The nicest guy I've ever met.
We also have a couple. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show this one.
And God, what a looker too.
Yeah, he was a very gorgeous man.
He really is.
That guy. We also have Rafael Sandoval signed copies of additional prints of Absolute Superman, including foils. These will be available again in limited quantities tomorrow, both on Whatnot and in store.
Yep.
We did get a couple of exclusives. We didn't buy as many exclusives as we wanted to. Our prep got a little screwed up, and then due to a variety of things, and then also a few things. Some artists raised their prices that kind of screwed up our budget there. But we did get a John Jang One World Under Doom Big Time Collectibles variant. This is a MegaCon exclusive, as well as a Miko Suwon Absolute Superman exclusive. We got a couple of Ultimate Wolverine #1 Miko Suwons as well. I didn't bring it back for some reason. Must have left it up front. But we'll have a few things like that available again on Whatnot tomorrow morning at 9 and then in store.
Tune in tomorrow, Whatnot at 9 for us, baby.
He does model? Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, it 100% makes sense.
Like
that guy is ripped.
Yep. There we go. All right. We're going to start going through the variants.
Let's get into it.
I'm fine. Y'all just sort of clear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. First up, we're taking everyone down with us, which sounds like a threat, and it should. This is an Ashcan preview that we have. It is $14.99. If you're interested, only one copy available.
Oh, shit, really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's this by? Oh, this is that new
Rosenberg one. Yeah, it's a big, apparently it's going to be freaky, so I'm really excited about that.
Oh. I'll read anything.
If you guys are planning on going to the theaters this weekend, we have a 1 in 10 Clark variant for Sam Wilson, Captain America #2, and the 125 SR variant for $14.99. Movies out this weekend, so be sure to get that in.
Keep it up, keep it.
We have a 1 in 25 resin variant for Eddie Brock Carnage. It is $14.99, and a 1 in 100 Coelho variant for $99.99. Big books.
The biggest.
We have a 1 in 25 Capuccio variant for Wolverine Deadpool #2. It's $14.99, and a Mark Brooks variant for Deadpool. This is really cool. Mark Brooks' style, I've never seen an artist change his style that much and do like, hey, here's chapter 2, Disney animation style variants. Mm-hmm. And his style is so, what you call it? I'm sorry, I'm blanking real quick. Distinctive. And the fact he just completely did a 180. His absolute Batman cover is awesome.
Lee. All right, Daniel, I got you on that Carnage.
We're down a laptop today, so he's having to do that. We have a 1 in 25, 1 in 10 Momoko design variant for Magic, as well as a 1 in 50 Mark Brooks Disney animation style variant for $29.99 if you're interested.
There's a lot of Magic cosplayers this weekend, too.
All right.
What is that?
A 1 in 25 Saturday morning variant for Galloway. Yeah, they did a Saturday morning variant as the 125. It's weird.
And that's for Moon Knight?
For Moon Knight. And we have a 1 in 25 Jones variant for New Champions #2 featuring new character $14.99. Great book. New Champions turned out to be a
that was nice stacked. Oh, shit. We forgot to talk about One World Under Doom.
Oh, we didn't talk about One World Under Doom. How we missed that? Yeah, guys, One World Under Doom is out this week. Throw that up there real quick.
Sorry about that.
This is the new series. How'd that happen? Man, we really are not firing on all.
Yeah.
Also, too, I still have a dog leash in my car. So anyway, guys, One World Under Doom. The big thing about this book is the heroes are watching as Doom Lily just conquer the world, and they have no idea how the heck that happened.
Dude, he's always so far ahead.
Exactly. Scarlet Witch is like, there's no magic being used. They're scanning everything. They're not all Doom bots. So something is freaking happening. Some military leaders try to rise up to do a coup because their leaders are bowing to Dr. Doom. So, we're not having it. But nope, gone like that. So the heroes, the big thing is, like, the heck do we do? They feel powerless. They feel useless. And they don't feel any better by the end of this book. And you'll see why.
No, they really don't. I mean, it really is just.
It's just dark. There's
there's
bad.
Nowhere else for them to go.
I mean,
it feels like it was.
Yes. So that book is out this week. It's fantastic. Anyways, so we got 1 in 25 Bradshaw variant for One World Under Doom and a 1 in 50 Harvey. The 1 in 25 is $14.99. The Harvey is $29.99.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, that was kind of a shitty way to talk about the book, but it's great.
Yes, don't let that stop you from reading. It's damn good.
Read.
Also, there's a Mike Mignola cover. That's awesome. Yeah.
Is that?
No, not here. It's on Ratio. It's a 1-for-1.
Gotcha.
Hidden Gym variant. And then, there's a couple others. There's also a Negative Space cover, too, for it.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one.
We have a 125 Barden variant for $14.99 and a 125 Akka variant for Amazing Spider-Man. Both are $14.99 if you're interested. All right, we have a 1 in 10 TMNT Mutant Nation. Yes, this is an example of us getting TMNT from IDW now. It's nice. Comes in on time. IDW from Penguin. God, I blame them. It's bad. All right. So we'll watch all the views, so like checking out because we're like not making any sense.
No.
All right.
This is probably what they like.
Yeah. I mean, I love watching comedies. All right. 125 gallon variant for all new Venom issue number 3. Honestly, guys, we still don't know who Venom is. I'm not going to say if it's revealed in this issue. This variant actually led me to deduce who I believe is.
Do you still think it?
I still believe that,
okay.
Yes. So this is $19.99 if you're interested. Sorry, $14.99. It's
$14.99.
This awesome variant featuring all new Venom and Jackpot, because that's still a thing, which I don't know how I feel about. For X-Men, we have a 1 in 50 Mark Brooks Disney style variant. $29.99 if you're interested. Copyright.
I think it's awesome.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's freaking awesome what he does. Yeah.
It truly is.
All right.
Keep them coming, Grant.
Yeah, I got you. Still got a little mixed up, so I'm just want to make sure I get that stuff back together. There we go. We have a 1 in 10 Herschel variant for Transformers and a 1 in 25 Ancetta variant featuring Ultra Magnus, one of my favorites. It is, of course, $7.99 and $14.99 if you're interested. We're out of 150. That's why. Okay. I have a 125 Nicholas Draper Ivy variant for Absolute Batman. It is $14.99 if you're interested. And Comic Journey. This is Nirvana Comics in Tennessee. This is us. Welcome.
Comics Journey. We need to reach out to you.
Yes.
I know we have some information that we need to send your way.
Yes.
And we will be doing that very, very soon. Matt told us about it the other day, but then we went to MegaCon and we're just behind.
Exactly.
But reach out to us. You can hit us up on Instagram or anything like that.
Please do.
Let us know everything that you need, and we would love to have this man talk to you.
Yes, please. I'm much more enjoyable once you talk to me a little bit, I promise.
Not the day after we return from MegaCon.
Yeah.
Daniel Lee, I got you on that 1 in 10 Transformers.
There we go. That's one.
Thank you so much, Comic Journey.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate you, my man.
Before I continue from Transformers, we also have a 1 in 50 Homer variant for $29.99.
Great man.
Yes.
Who was that wanted that? Daniel Lee.
Daniel Lee, you got it. All right, here are those two. Oh, I'm so excited for this, guys. This one I'm about to show you. I am so excited for. I got 2 awesome covers. We have a 125 Maria Wolf variant and a 1 in 50 variant that's not showing up on League of Comic Geeks at all for Lucky Devils. This Lucky Devils 1 in 50 is $29.99 if you're interested. And then this Maria Wolf, it is $14.99. But super awesome.
Would we happen to have another 1 in 10 Transformers?
Done. Yeah.
Perfect. Greg Williams is going to take one. Also, thank you, Greg.
We got you, Greg. All right, guys, we are rounding out here. All right, next up is some Jeremy Adams books. Our buddy Jeremy. We have a awesome 1 in 25 La Roca variant in the same vein as the first Aquaman cover. This one's featuring Mara. It is $14.99. We have a 125 Guidry variant featuring most of the modern cast of Green Lantern. It is also $14.99.
Is this the one that you said that was?
That's a 1 in 50. It's not showing up on League. Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's
yeah, 1 in
really
50
cool.
full cover. Yeah. Now, of course, guys, you know that with second prints, they oftentimes will do ratios. We have a 1 in 25 fourth print of Absolute Batman #1 black and white cover. It is $25 if you are interested.
Daniel Lee taking both devils. My dude.
You got it, buddy. We also have a 125 Yildirim variant for Action Comics. It is $14.99 if you're interested. And we have a 1 in 50 Green Lantern Corps. It is $29.99.
You said this is a 1 in 50?
It is a 150, yep. All right, guys, we are rounding out here. We have Mine is a Lonesome Grave 1 in 10 Love variant. It is $7.99. We have a 1 in 10 Feral cover. It is also $7.99. And then a 1 in 25 Feral cover as well. It is $14.99. The last couple issues of Feral have been horrifying and creepy. This book continues to be that way. All right, last but not least, we're going to end on Bug Wars. We have a 1 in 25 Pepe Larraz variant. Pepe Larraz's artwork being, of course, known for House of X, Powers of 10, the techno-organic stuff. Works great for the bugs on this one. We have a 1 in 50 Vergara variant. it is $29.99. And last but not least, we have, which might be my favorite cover from this week, a beautiful, beautiful 1-in-100 Peach Mocha variant. That is $99.99 if you're interested. Beautiful Peach Mocha variant featuring all the silk spidery things from Bugs. Beautiful cover.
Is that for Bugs?
Bug Wars, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a Peach Mocha variant 1-for-1 if you want. This is the 1-in-100 Virgin.
That's wild.
Yeah. Actually, I've never seen Peach do a 1-in-100 not for Marvel. So that's really cool.
Very interesting. I love it.
So, yeah, those are the ratio variants, guys. We've had a lot of people in here tonight, and that makes me very happy.
Absolutely, guys.
This has been a great back to normalness, probably because we're finally getting our fucking books in.
Yeah.
Part of my language for those of you that are new here. But, yeah, so, yeah, guys, thank you for sticking with us for a rough month or so of us not getting product in. Obviously, there's still some product missing, but it's going to continue to get better as we diversify more our distribution. And, Diamond does have a lot of interested buyers. So there's that. We'll have a lot more news coming at you soon, of course. We got more creators planned for later this year. This trip at MegaCon really helps cement a lot of that. So we can't share anything with you yet, but I'm very, very excited. And it's one of the reasons why we spend so much money to go to these shows, to meet people like this, to bring to you. It's not so we can go hang out on panels, though those are helpful and fun. But
we do that in our downtime.
We do that in our downtime.
Get everything done so we can have some downtime.
Exactly. But that is because, guys, we met a lot of people that we're going to bring your way. We're very excited for.
That we are, guys.
Remember, guys, everyone, guys and gals, this Friday is Valentine's Day. Make sure you don't take that special loved one for granted.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you all very, very soon. And don't forget to come check us out on Whatnot tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We're going to have all the new books and some of the past few weeks. So come get some good deals. Hang out with us, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.